Good morning to the International Space Station. Today, me, Frank de Winne, together with my international crew, we are ready for another busy tasking day in the International Space Station. Like everybody who gets up to get to work, we first need to clean up a little bit. Now here in the space station, this is not so easy as we would do on Earth. We don't have showers, we don't have baths, and for sure we don't have a lot of water. So everything we do with minimal water possible. So in the morning we just freshen up a little bit, because during the day we do a lot of sports, and of course after the sporting sessions then we wash more properly. So let me show you how we will freshen up in the morning. First of all, we take our washing clothes, we have a bag with water, and this is what we use to freshen up. And yes, we have a very small bathroom here, which is just to the right of me, so let's have a look in our bathroom. As you can see, not very luxurious, but still, it's enough space for us to do what we need to do. So, water is also very dangerous on the space station, because we have a lot of electricity, so we need to be very careful not to spill it. So we just put a little bit in our washcloth, as you can see here. And with gravity, of course, you can form nice bubbles and they can float away. That's why we need to be very careful. Here I'm just making a demonstration, but usually we don't do it like this. Usually we let all the water straight go into our washcloth and then we close it immediately so that we can't spill anything. And now it's washing time. As we said, it's just freshen up in the morning, so it will not take very long. So, that's about it. And now, of course, we also need to brush our teeth. This is very important as well for our health. Also here, we will use very little water. And we have also a very special technique. We still use a normal teeth brush. And we also use normal toothpaste. Again, we will be very economic with everything we are using on board of the space station. Just a few drops of water. As you can see, they are coming out here on my toothbrush. This is all we need. Some are floating away, so I'll try to catch them with my toothbrush. This is more than sufficient water to brush our teeth. Also toothpaste, we will use very little. On the ground as well, we often use too much toothpaste for what we need. So let's just use a very tiny little bit. More than enough. And now, it's actually like at home. However, I can't talk. As you have seen, when we are finished brushing our teeth, we can't use water to spool our mouth. So we just get rid of the toothpaste in a small cloth like this, which of course after a while we exchange. And then we use a little bit of water again to clean our toothbrush, because of course we need to keep it clean. So we use a little bit of water. There it goes again. Oops, here is a drop. That's it. And with this bit of water, and again our small clothes, we can clean our toothbrush, which we can replace regularly here on the space station. It's clean and we can use it tonight. So, that was most of our morning routine.
Hi there. I've had a lot of people ask me how I wash my hair in space, and I thought I'd show you how I do it. Let's see. To get started, these are the things I need. A bag of warm water, a little no-rinse shampoo, towel, and my comb. What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp. And I have a mirror here so I can kind of watch what I'm doing. Sometimes the water gets away from you and you try and catch as much as you can. Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair. Then I take my no-rinse shampoo and squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends. And sometimes I'll actually take my comb to help work it all the way to the ends. And I like to take my towel while I have the shampoo in there and just kind of work it. Because without standing under running water, you kind of need to use the towel a little bit to help get some of the dirt out. I like to follow that by a little more water. It's called no-rinse shampoo, but I think it's best if you use a little water with it. It actually feels kind of squeaky clean right now. Now I'll take the dry part of my towel. We use towels for quite a while here, since we have limited supplies. We use them wisely. There, I think that's pretty good. And now as my hair dries, as the water evaporates from my hair, it will become humidity in the air, and then our air conditioning system will collect that into condensate, and it won't be long in our water processing system.
Let's talk about space food. In the early days of space exploration, food was mostly squeezed out of tubes and brought up in dehydrated packets. But today, we can have quite a variety of food. There's all sorts of things that we normally consume on Earth that we have here in space. We just need some minor adaptations. In the case of sandwiches, we had to substitute for bread, so we decided to use tortillas. But why? Mostly it's because bread, of course, makes crumbs. When you eat them on Earth, the crumbs fall down to the ground. But here, crumbs are just going to float away. On the other hand, the tortillas that we use are heat treated and specially packaged in an oxygen-free environment to prevent mold from growing. They're packed in packages like this. And thanks to that process, a tortilla like this can be good for 18 months. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our tortilla, we're going to get our peanut butter, squirt it onto the tortilla, get our honey, squirt that on there, and we will have a peanut butter honey sandwich in space. Open up the tortilla, and voila, a weightless tortilla. Okay, we got one tortilla. Whoa, got away. Take my peanut butter, open it up. Can't rip it. Fortunately, we have space scissors. They're attached by a tether so they don't go floating off. Take the scissors, cut open the peanut butter pouch. Peanut butter's open, squeeze it onto the tortilla, carefully. And now a little honey. Hey, I noticed something cool about the honey. Instead of the bubble sitting up at the top, because there's no gravity to make it float up, the bubble is floating in the middle. Okay, all closed up, and the envelope of peanut butter and honey is ready to eat. Not too bad. Last piece of my sandwich. It's been pretty delicious. Well, my hands are all sticky. Gotta clean up. We don't have a sink. We don't have running water. Gotta wash yourself up some other way. Disinfectant wipes. All cleaned up. Nice and hygienic on the space station. This goes in the trash. Lunch is over. Hi, Chris Hadfield here aboard the International Space Station. We keep busy on board the space station. Long days, lots of work, physical exercise. At the end of it, you're tired. But how do you sleep in space? In order to make it comfortable for the astronauts, originally they were going to put us all in one habitation module with sleep stations all around it. But the way a station was eventually built, we have sleep stations inside Node 2, which is in the forward part of the station, and inside the service module, which is in the aft. A total of 6 small bedrooms, sleep stations, or sleep pods. And inside each one is just a sleeping bag tied to the wall. You might think it's uncomfortable not having a mattress and a pillow, but without gravity, of course, you don't need anything to hold you up. You can just completely relax. And you don't even need a pillow. In space, you don't even have to hold your head up. So you can relax every muscle in your body, and your arms float up in front of you. Your head tips forward. But before I go to sleep, I gotta put on my pajamas because I have space jammies. I'll be right back. Great. I'm in my super comfy Russian full-length pajamas. Nice for when you have to get up in the middle of the night, and ready to go to bed. I'll show you where I sleep. This is my sleep station, my sleep pod. This is where I spend up to 8 hours every day here on board the space station. It's actually on the floor, but once you're inside, you just can't tell.